All right, so for this segment of the episode, I do want to talk about and also kind of look back on two of the more popular Batman video games that I got the chance to replay on PC. I didn't finish it again, but it's just in the early going Batman Arkham Asylum and Batman Arkham City. And, right off the bat, yes, that was a pun intended. Sue me. I don't care. Anyway, I meant to say that, but, looking back on those games, playing them on PC, I was actually really impressed by a couple of things. First, the resolution, and second, the performance. I mean, as someone who usually prefers console gaming over PC gaming, I mean, I know that there's always this whole argument on the PC master race and so forth, but I really liked and very much impressed with what I saw. The reason now how I got the chance to play them on PC when Epic gave away 6 Batman video games for Windows as part of the, I think, Batman 75th anniversary. So, of course, now with the film, it was a good time to just go back, play the games again for a little while. And, I was very much impressed at the 1080p 60 FPS, and it just made me think and wonder what went wrong with the Batman Return to Arkham collection? I mean, those are the two games that came back, re released for PS4, Xbox One, and I'm glad they did. But journalists and reviewers are saying how disappointed they were with the graphics maybe being a little bit too bright and the performance being shaky. So the fact that it was just really good so far on PC at 1080p 60 FPS, I mean, I'm really glad. Like, as a giveaway for free, no cost, being able to play both games with my PC running the game very well and with an SSD. I mean, I was just really impressed. Now, don't get me wrong, the game back on the PlayStation 3 really more than fine for me. I mean, I was used to 720p 30 FPS. I mean, it was fine as long as it was stable enough. Maybe a bit blurry, but again, it was just part of what the hardware brought. Only sort of issue that I noticed from time to time, maybe like a minor hitch and also some texture pop ins, but nothing like that back then that ruined my experience of just being immersed in both games and being at awe of the storyline and the amazing gameplay, especially the combat. But I mean, I was happy that this time on PC with an upgraded Windows 10 hardware, no awkward hitches, fast loading, and especially no texture pop-ins at some moments. So it was just good that so far it's been smooth. And you know when being able to enjoy the combat at 60 FPS, I mean I was just really happy and impressed. I mean it really like super smooth to the point where like I couldn't even believe that these two games from 2009 and 2011 are like they still have 7th gen graphics, but with the hardware settings, it like it was still really good. Like I just couldn't believe how well they worked and how they age well today. I have Arkham Knight, but on console, I'm I'm a bit hesitant to download it again, not just because of the gigabyte size, but I mean, I was aware at launch there were some strange technical issues that made me concerned. I'm glad I got it for free anyway, don't get me wrong. And I've yet to try the other Lego Batman games, but I know that they're pretty good. And I'm sure once I give them a try, I shouldn't expect any sort of technical glitches or game breaking bugs that will ruin the experience. If anything, I'm pretty confident that both games, since they're not like graphically heavy, that pushes the hardware kind of games where those kind of Lego Batman games pushes the GPU by, I mean, I'm not expecting much. They'll still look good enough, but the important thing is that the frame rate still holds up. I mean, it would be strange if on Windows it's on 60 FPS. If it's 30 FPS and it's stable enough, okay, great. But I mean, I'm more than happy to say that replaying Arkham Asylum, Arkham City again on Windows is definitely worth it. especially now with the whole Batman hype and fandom revolving the new movie. And also, let me say this before I forget: Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill, amazing. Even to this day, like just listening to them with their characters, still amazing. Kevin Conroy for many many years has been Batman and Batman animated series and other Batman media adaptations. So for him to still rock as Batman is still amazing. I even loved seeing Kevin Conroy in Crisis on Infinite Earth uh, episode when there was a crossover with, I think, The Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, maybe Legends of Tomorrow. Black Lightning got involved by, like, I think 5-part episode with Crisis on Infinite Earth. So it was just amazing to see Kevin Conroy, just a live action appearance as Bruce Wayne, but not Batman. I should also mention Batgirl got involved as well. And no, let me correct myself. There was no Legends of Tomorrow, but it was still pretty amazing to see. Yeah, and Mark Hamill as the Joker, like it's just very malicious. I just love that. I mean, I just love how he sounds like he has fun as the Joker. I mean, even the animated cartoons, like he just brings that like that menacing evil wickedness as the Joker. It's just so much fun to just like hear him and just watch him just laugh in a wicked way as a Joker. He's just great at that role, and he even he brings a little bit of that Joker persona in the Flash. Man, I forgot the name of the villain, but like I loved it when Mark Hamill has been able to make reoccurring appearances on the Flash, and still has part of that Joker characterization persona. So it was just fun to just see, even in live action, just Mark Hamill being wicked at, but like, and look, nothing against Roger Craig Smith and superstar voice actor Troy Baker, because both men, uh, Roger Craig Smith Batman, Troy Baker the Joker, and Batman Arkham Origins. But I mean, there's no such thing as replacing or even competing well against Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. So I just even to this day the game still amazes me, and I'm glad that Conroy and Hamill even made one final appearance for their voice acting role in Batman Arkham Knight, and that's a fantastic game in itself as well. That is still recommended to this day if you haven't tried it. So yeah, I mean it's still really amazing. I gotta say that, like, it's still really great. Much better on Windows than on console at this point, even with Return to Arkham remaster.